feel to make history tonight, franchise history?
It feels great. I think it's not, how do you say? I can't say that. It's like it's not random. We didn't get those 5 wins randomly, you know. We worked for it. We started the season strong, and we need to keep that streak going for as long as possible. But you know, it's good to see results, because we could be playing good and still not getting as many wins as we wish. But it's good to have results, and it's pushing us.
There's that moment late in the game when you're fouled, you're on the ground, you get up, you're exhorting the crowd's chanting back at you. Like, what is that moment like for you? What are you feeling in that instant?
I mean, that instant, I'm feeling like, I mean, it's like the exclamation point, like when we like have 99% chance of winning the game. So it's just me feeding off that energy. You know, it feels great because it was a hard game, and it feels good to have this relief and to live that with these people, you know, all around us after all the efforts we did for 48 minutes.
When you let out that big scream after the game ended, what were you thinking in that moment?
I was thinking about the 5-0 record, you know, the Spurs history, and I was just proud of being a Spur in that moment.
You talked about those results, and over the last couple of years, a lot of these close games haven't gone y'all's way, but this is like 4 out of the 5 games where y'all have really had to execute in the fourth quarter or even in overtime. What's been, and you've won all these games, what's the difference right now between this group and what you have been the last couple of seasons?
The difference is already we spent a lot more time together, you know, in the past seasons, but also in the summer. And everybody's getting better. You know, it's all parts of the organization are growing, even the fans. You know, so it's just all coming together slowly. It's by no means it's easy, but it's all coming together.
40 minutes tonight, and as Mitch told us, you covered a lot of ground, especially in the second half. Is recovery time more important than ever for you?
Yeah, for sure. Because when this is why high usage players get, hurt more than low usage. You know, they have to take care of recovery even more, and because when you do more things, there's more muscles and more parts of your body that get sore. You know, that get tight. So it's even more important. But we all of us, like the organization, we're getting better at this as well. Like everything.
Every time somebody dunks on you or dunks when you're near, it gets hyped, like so-and-so posters, Victor Wembanyama or whatever. A lot of defenders don't put themselves in that position. It seems like you take more risks, or you just kind of okay with that. And it seemed like the Zion one, the Bam one tonight, you had some pretty good back and forth with them.
Yeah.
What's your mentality on that?
No, getting dunked on is part of the game. It's until it's not the case, I'm gonna keep going. Until I'm getting dunked on more than I block shots, I'm gonna keep going. But none of us gonna live to this day. So.
When you get into it with a guy like either Zion or Bam, or whoever, early in the game, do you feel that kind of back and forth with them throughout the game?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's one more challenge to stop your matchup's momentum. You know, it's hard to stop the team's momentum, but it's important to stop your matchup's momentum, and that's on both sides of the floor.
Beautiful lot passes from Devin and Dylan. Do you think back to how difficult it was at the start of your career? You know, getting it where you needed it, and now it's happening.
Yeah, still difficult. Still difficult, but it's because there's defenders, and it happens in 1 second. But we're learning to play together, and I'm learning to position myself better to be available for my teammates. And but it's you know, like I could get 0 lob the whole season, and because like it's the first thing the defenders think about, you know what I mean? But my teammates will get layups, so it's I trust them in that sense.
Devin said you told him to just throw it up to the moon. Do you ever get one all the way up there and you're like, surprisingly, even I was able to reach that one?
Sometimes, but it's more when I have like a lot of momentum. The one Devin threw was high, but I was like standing. It was like a standing dunk, so I didn't get as high as I could.
What did you think of Devin's night, apart from the points he scored, but the rebounds, the hustle plays, diving for loose balls, saving the one out of bounds near the end of the game?
Yeah. No, I mean he's big. He's big. I'm just thinking about him and Keldon, you know, who've been here a little longer than I have, and they're just finding their role and what pieces they can bring to the puzzle, and I'm just so happy. I'm so happy and proud of them.
Really strong game for Steph tonight. What did you see from him as a playmaker with the ball in his hands?
I mean, still hard to stop for the defenders. A guy you just can't ignore him, because he's gonna you give him even this much space, he's gonna take off and dunk on you. So it's if like his playmaking quality, he's always had that, and this talent you can't, like he does stuff you can't work on, you know. He just has it, so it's it makes it hard to guard him.
Rien à voir du tout, mais je suis allé au siège de Portland de Nike à
Nike.
Portland ces derniers jours pour essayer des produits là-bas. On
Cool.
parlait un peu de toi aussi, du fait que tu avais notamment testé les Nike Mine, donc ces fameuses chaussures avec les petites boules, là, que je trouvais assez dingue. Mais qu'est-ce que toi tu en as pensé de ces chaussures-là, et globalement un peu de votre égérie Nike et l'innovation qu'ils sont en train de mettre en place?
Le fait que c'est une chaussure qui sort de la zone de confort de Nike, et ça me fait plaisir de voir voilà, qu'on sort un peu du conventionnel pour aller un peu dans des trucs un peu niche, de sensibilité du pied, etc. Donc moi ça me fait extrêmement plaisir, parce que c'est des choses qui ne sont pas encore connues du grand public, et Nike peut être un énorme vaisseau pour faire connaître ça, justement.
Victor, tu as parlé du fait que défensivement c'était beaucoup mieux en deuxième mi-temps, que tu avais couvert beaucoup plus de terrain. Bam a plutôt bien commencé le match, d'ailleurs il a été en réussite offensivement. Comment t'expliques cette différence défensive entre la première et la seconde mi-temps? Est-ce qu'il y a une forme de frustration quand en face de toi t'as un gars qui réussit tout?
Ouais, bien sûr. Il y a enfin, je sais pas si on peut appeler ça de la frustration, mais un sentiment d'urgence, de stopper leur run. Mais pour être honnête, c'était un match, c'était dur. Le match était dur aujourd'hui, des deux côtés. Mais je pense que personnellement, défensivement, j'ai mis du temps à rentrer dans mon match. Voilà. Merci.
Part of history?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we was talking about it all day. We got to get it done, so I'm happy we came through with it.
Is there something particularly rewarding about winning a game like this? It's physical against experienced teams, rather than maybe winning a game that's not quite as physical, a little more free-flowing. Is there something sort of rewarding about getting one of these like grinded out type of games?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, when we play against Miami, it's gonna be a tough game, no matter what part of the season it's in. So, I felt we wouldn't want it any other way for us to have to grind out and figure out how to win games. I mean, we had a lead in the second half, a big lead, like a convincing lead, and they came back and took the lead. So, you can never give up in games like this. So I'm just happy we was able to show our grit and toughness and pull through.
Does it sort of serve as a reference point? Like maybe later on in the season, you can kind of point back to a game like this and be like, look, this is how you got to get this stuff done if it gets ugly?
Yeah, definitely. Especially to have that kind of experience this early in the season with those kind of games, I feel like it's only going to help us down the road. So, I mean, when we'll see them again, I'm sure it'll be another dogfight.
There were games last season where you lost the lead and then weren't able to get it back. back. What's the difference between this year's club and maybe say last year's?
I feel like we have a roster full of guys that could get it done. So, I mean, Coach, he does a great job with showing other teams a lot of different lineups based on how they're playing, how they're guarding us. So, I mean, just being able to adjust to how teams are playing us and figure it out.
Steph, 8 assists tonight, only 2 turnovers. Turnovers had kind of been a issue for you in the first few games.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been like a film study thing? What was working for you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely watched it. I mean, I haven't had really problems with turnover all camp, so it's not something that I was too worried about. But yeah, I mean, definitely just watching it. You know, not getting lazy turnovers. You know, just being smarter with the ball, especially in close games like this where we need those extra possessions. So, and then just my teammates coming up, making big shots, just being in the right spots, doing what our coach has been preaching. So, I mean, our guards having an easy time fighting them.
Miami's sort of run nothing, just run offense. What was that like for you guys doing that?
I mean, I feel like it played right into our defensive principles. Get back in transition defense. We know that they like to play super fast and then just guard one-on-one. Try not to give up any driving lanes, guard the line. And, I mean, yeah, they run a pretty specific offense, I would say. I mean, they come down, try and beat you going one way, swing it to the other side, try and beat you. So it really just comes down to who's going to guard, who's going to man up and play one-on-one defense.
Mitch was talking about, particularly in the second half, all the ground that Victor was covering and just sort of the relentless energy. He was on the court for almost 40 minutes. Can you speak to just the conditioning level that he's at this year and just his ability to wreck a game by being all over the court in that way?
Yeah, I mean, he's been working his butt off all summer for that. So, I mean, yeah, just his presence being in the paint helps us so much to be more aggressive on the ball, especially with teams like this that are not really running too many sets, kind of more one-on-one, trying to get to the paint, you know, draw two. So being able to have him as our low man is definitely a big help.
What was the adjustment like for defending the Heat as the game went along? Because they do kind of some different stuff than other teams do.
Really being able to stop their transition defense, transition offense. We feel like that's a big thing for theirs. That's how they get most of their points. So trying to take that away and then just sticking to our defensive principles. I mean, like I said, the way that they play, they don't run too many sets every time down. So just being able to not give up those easy buckets was definitely a big emphasis for us coming in here.
Are you getting more comfortable jumping passing lanes? It seems like you're more aggressive there.
Yeah. I mean, with the team that we played, watching their scout, I mean, I know once they drive to one side, they're trying to get it to the other side. So I was kind of trying to read that. So a lot of that came with film, but yeah, definitely being able to talk to our coach about that, just being able to anticipate more off the ball. I mean, they talk highly of my on-ball defense, but pretty lowly on my off-ball. So I've been trying to work on that.
Does Vic give you that freedom where, like, if y'all funnel it down to him, y'all can kind of peel off and get into passing lanes for kickouts and things like that?
Definitely. I mean, especially with guys that we would consider cold guys, being able to jump those passing lanes and having them drive right into Vic is definitely a big help. So it helps us be more aggressive on perimeter for sure.
Thank you, Steph.
Yep. Appreciate y'all.